Today we're handing out completely unqualified relationship advice to strangers on the internet. We've dug through Reddit's Am I the Asshole post to decide who's innocent, who's toxic, and who's definitely getting roasted. So grab your favorite drink, prepare to yell at us through your speakers, and let's settle some internet drama.
Hello, friends and family. Welcome back to another episode of Weekly Bazaar. I'm Jessica.
I'm Montana.
And if you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting.
On our podcast, we dive into the bizarre, spooky, and unexplained. From true crime and paranormal encounters to strange mysteries, we explore the stories that don't quite fit anywhere else. Each week, one of us takes a deep dive into the research while the other reacts in real time. So, if you're into weird shit and chill vibes, you're in the right place. New episodes every Sunday. Be sure to follow and subscribe.
Let's give a shout out to Jessica for doing the episode last week.
Oh man, I don't know why I'm such a masochist when it comes to things. I had no idea how long that story was going to be. And it said that it was going to be like a 57-minute read estimate. I'm like, oh, that's perfect.
Honey.
Yeah, it was twice that. It was twice that. And by the end, I had like literally no voice left. So I was really putting on the soft voice to try to get through it. It was something. I'm sure the bloopers are going to be great because it's going to be me crying and bitching because I'm like, why did I pick this?
I still have to edit those because it's 2.5 hours of footage. I still have to edit.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Hey,
and that's all I could think of too, because whenever we have a super long episode, it's like, well, we know we're going to be editing for that much longer. So like every chapter, because I don't like to read stuff like that before, because I kind of want to be surprised too. We both are like that. So when it was like chapter 4, chapter 5, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
You see why it was in chapters.
Yeah, I probably should have done like the first 3 chapters in one episode and then done a second episode, but it's okay. If anybody made it through the whole thing, you're a real one, because it was a lot. It was long.
We can't even do that long with both of us together bantering. Crazy.
Nope. And by the end of it too, like, because I don't really sit back, I'm kind of propped up and sitting forward, because if I sit back, I'm like way away from the screen. So by the end, my back was so fucking sore. Like, dude, I'm too old for this.
Well, she did it. Let's applaud Jessica.
Yep. Taking one for the team. That's what we do for each other around here.
Yeah, and today we're going to go back to Reddit. It's been a hell of a week for me.
Yeah.
Bentley has crossed the Rainbow Bridge. So that was why I was gone. It's been really hard. One of the toughest decisions I've ever made in my life. But yeah, so we went back to Reddit. Well, I did. And you and I have never done this before, so we're going to do Am I the Asshole? And it wouldn't be Weekly Bazaar if it wasn't the wildest and the weirdest Am I the Asshole? And for those not familiar, we're going to read scenarios, and you determine if the person writing the story is an asshole or if they're not an asshole.
This could be bad, because I think everybody's an asshole. We'll see.
I would love to disagree with you on one, just so we can argue about it.
Well, let's see.
Let's go, she says.
Let's go.
All right. Here we go. After I burp. Okay.
I don't think
Mine
I've ever
are-
heard you burp.
Mine's a little bit silent, more silent than yours.
Silent but deadly.
Yeah, it's true.
Silent but garlic.
I'm sexy like that.
Can you come over to my house and burp that garlic breath so that you can get whatever the hell entity out of here?
Just have Tony fart.
Good point.
Am I the asshole for taking my girlfriend's lasagna home when she said I could? My girlfriend and I are both college students. She lives in an apartment on her own, and I live with my parents. On Sunday, my girlfriend made homemade lasagna for our date night. She made everything from scratch, including the noodles. It was really good, so after we finished, I asked if I could take lasagna home for my family to try. She said yes. When I left that night, I took the tray of lasagna with me. My girlfriend didn't walk me out, so she just didn't see me take the tray. On Monday, I got a text from my girlfriend asking where her lasagna was. I told her I had taken it home for my family. She said, I thought you were going to take some, not the whole thing. I spent most of my food budget for the week on it with the intention to eat leftovers for the rest of the week. Now I don't know what I'm going to eat. I felt bad and apologized, but pointed out that I had asked her if I could take it home and she didn't tell me that I couldn't take the whole tray. She said it should have been obvious that I shouldn't take the whole thing since the tray was so big. To be fair to her, it was a really big tray. My family of 5 only just finished the tray yesterday after eating it for dinner both nights. But I don't think the size of the tray makes it obvious that I shouldn't take it. Monday night and last night, my girlfriend complained that she had to eat instant noodles for dinner so that she wouldn't blow her food budget. Today, she is asking me if I can buy her a sandwich since I took her leftovers for the week. It sucks that she spent her food budget on the lasagna, but I think this is her fault for not being clear that I shouldn't take the whole thing. I don't think she justified in asking me to buy her lunch because of it. She called me an asshole for not being willing to help out. Am I the asshole?
Yeah. Yeah, that's an asshole move.
Okay.
I mean, I can see where it would be a miscommunication situation.
Just what to say that.
But I don't know, in what world would somebody just want you to take all of what they made? Like, I don't know. That's a big ask.
Here's where he's being an asshole. I can see where it was a misunderstanding where he's like, hey, do you care if I take the lasagna to my family? In her mind, he's probably going to take some of it and vice versa. But he's the asshole for not making it up to her and by helping her out, like buying her the sandwich. Be like, hey, I'm sorry. It was a misunderstanding. Let me help you with the food budget since I did take it from you. That is where he's an asshole.
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah, that's a messed up move. That actually reminds me of one of my clients from this week. I mean, it's not exactly the same scenario, but kind of like with when you know you've messed up, you still don't do anything about it. Like, just continue to mess up. But yeah, he should have caught on to that, like, the first thing when she was like, yeah, dude, you weren't supposed to take the whole lasagna and it blew my budget for the week. Get her some groceries. Get her a little something, you know?
That's a sandwich.
Yeah.
Also, they're 2 college students, so if this is what your fights are about, oh my god, just wait till you get to the real world.
True, but I mean, when you're a college student, you have 0 money and all your money is going towards scraps of food for the week. I get it.
And she was relying on that for leftovers, is what it sounds like, since she spent a lot of her food budget in making the lasagna.
Yeah.
It was a misunderstanding, it sounds like. But I do think that he was the asshole for not helping her out afterward. So yes, Garfield, you're the asshole. Yeah, this person says, in fact, he's a double asshole for then refusing to help her with food after she fed his entire family for 2 days.
That part confused me a little bit. I'm like, his entire family, like he took it home to mom and dad? It's so weird.
Because he lives at home still.
Yep, that's even worse. That just makes it even worse, bud. Even worse. Shame.
Oh, girl, move on. Am I the asshole for clearing out my ex-boyfriend's childhood room in the home where he grew up? I moved in with my significant other of 2 years after my pay was reduced in February due to everything that's been happening, and it didn't make financial sense for me to live in my own apartment anymore. My significant other asked me to move in with him, so I took up his offer. Wait. What? Oh my god. My significant other is my ex-boyfriend's dad?
What?
And now I'm living in the home where my ex-boyfriend grew up?
Girl. What are you doing?
Is your ex-boyfriend's father like Hugh Hefner? Okay. My ex doesn't visit the house at all. I wonder why.
This is like the series I just watched, and it's not okay. Obsession, which I mixed up with. I watched that instead of the movie. That's why when you were talking to me the other day at work, I had no idea what the hell you were talking about. You're like, when she killed blah, blah, blah. I'm like, huh?
Did you watch the Beyonce one?
No, I watched, it was like a full-on series called Obsession, and it was on Netflix. And I was completely wrong on what I was supposed to watch.
Yeah, I was talking about the horror movie Obsession that just came out.
Yeah. Well, Christian, or Damien, was the one that recommended it. And so when he did, I watched it that's what I was watching on the 4th of July. But it was the wrong thing.
That's why I was like talking to you, and you're like, "What? I don't remember that part. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I had to watch it again." Hold on, what are you talking about? I'm not.
Which he killed who?
Don't give it away. All right, hold on. Oh. Obsession. No, it's fine. There's a lot to that movie. We didn't give anything away. Okay, are you talking about a man tries to hide his sexually consuming affair with his son's fiancée in the sultry thriller based on the novel Damage by Josephine Hart?
Yeah,
girl, those are 2 different things. Those are 2 different things.
It was still pretty fucked up, I'll tell you that.
Oh. Okay, this does sound like it. I see what you're saying now. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like, not okay.
Jerry.
You are the father.
That's Maury.
You are the daddy.
I love it when they bring like 11 men on the show and none of them are the father. And yes, I've seen that happen.
I don't think I've seen that happen.
I feel like at that point, just for your reputation, the poor child, though.
True.
We totally took away from this person's story, but I'm gonna guess they're an asshole already. I'm not gonna lie.
We're already coming to our conclusions. We don't even need to read the rest of it.
All right. My ex doesn't visit the house at all. I suggested to my significant other, why don't you just say boyfriend? I don't understand. I suggested to my significant other that we should move everything out of my ex's childhood room. Let me use it to store some of my stuff and let me use it as my personal office lounging room. My SO agreed. So I boxed up everything in my ex-boyfriend's child room and moved them to the garage, including the furniture. I've redecorated the room and made it mine. Before I even moved his things, I emailed my ex about this and told him he should come by and take a look at what he wants to keep and or sell and or donate. After not hearing from him for 3 weeks, today he texts me calling me all sorts of names for clearing out and taking, quotation, his room. I mean, it was his room. I'm really trying to be sensitive and nice here, but he is making this very difficult with his rage-filled outburst in text. My SO and I are giving him a year to clear out his childhood stuff from the garage before I donate everything. Neither my SO nor I feel clearing out his room was inappropriate, but my ex just melting down in a tantrum-filled rage. Why does my ex feel like he owns his childhood room when he doesn't even visit? It is very sad and bizarre. Bish, you're the asshole.
I don't like this bitch at all.
Okay, first of all, you don't think it bothers him at all that you are now dating his father? So that's already one boundary I feel like was taken from him. And then not only that, you move into his old house where he has his stuff and you basically took over that childhood stuff and then moved it in the garage like it was nothing to him.
Complete narcissist, in my opinion. No regard for other people's feelings and how their actions might make others feel.
And before you move this stuff, because if you're going to do it anyway, I still think that you should have waited till he responded, even if it took a while, just to have the conversation like, hey, I don't know, I don't like that at all. I feel bad for him.
I do too. I feel really bad for him, and I feel like I really don't like the person that did that. Sorry, not a fan. Change my mind.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't visit because you're dating his dad.
Yeah, that would be incredibly awkward and hurtful. Like, how are you supposed to act in a situation like that? And the fact that this person was like, I don't understand. Well, there's your first problem. There's your first problem if you don't understand why that could be an issue. And then, yeah, just pile on everything else. I don't like it.
Yeah, basically she was determined to be the asshole. I like how this person says, the way you just gloss over the fact that your significant other is your ex-dad is pure am I the asshole gold. Thank you for this post.
Yeah, and just imagine what that did to the father and the son's relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Probably destroyed it.
That's just weird. He has to be a zaddy or something. Who knows?
Well, she sounds like a spoiled little brat, so probably.
That's probably why it financially makes sense for me to move in, because I don't have to pay rent because my sugar daddy is. Okay. Am I the asshole for using money we embarked for our 6-month-old's college fund to buy back the exact 1972 Ford Bronco I owned as a teenager? I feel like he's already going to be the asshole on this. So now to begin with this, I realize that on paper, I am totally the asshole. But when you dig deeper into my motivations, I'm hoping it's more of a gray area than anything else, and maybe even if I did the right thing. When I was a teenager, my dad bought me a classic 1972 Ford Bronco. It was my true passion, and I don't recall a memory from high school that somehow doesn't involve that truck. Plus, my dad and I would spend hours and hours working on it together, and we went through that especially father and son rough patch when I was a teenager. It was always that Bronco that brought us back together. I made a huge mistake and sold the truck when I turned 19, and my dad died of a heart attack 2 months later, so while not logical, I've always felt a karmic connection between the two events. We had a baby in early February. She is our first and the light of my life. My wife is doing well, but she's back at work and she's realized that she hates all the daycares we've tried and really wants to be a stay-at-home mom. And plus, she's still very hormonal from delivery, lack of sleep, and breastfeeding, so she's having a rough time and is angry a lot. I guess I need to say this.
Don't go there, bud. Don't go there. Don't do it.
For someone who's also 6 months postpartum, I will strangle you for just saying that she's hormonal.
For somebody who's 21 years postpartum, I will kill you. Because it never stops. Let me tell you right now. Never stops.
How many months is that? For someone that is 215 months postpartum. My body is ruined.
The feelings never change.
Better watch yourself, boy. 2 weeks ago, I was driving through a town's warehouse district and saw a Bronco that was pretty beat up but resembled mine. I stopped just for nostalgia's sake, and the owner came out and let me take a look inside. My dad and I glued a wheat penny under the dash as sort of security measure, so I just sort of checked it, and god damn it, it was my Bronco. I asked if he'd ever consider selling it. He said actually someone was on I-25 as we spoke from Colorado to buy it for $21,000. I freaked out and asked him if I could buy it right then and there for $23,000. He said if I could come up with some cash, yes. I had been procrastinating setting up a 529, so I had $12,000 in savings that my wife's parents had given us. I maxed out my credit card to Venmo, and my mom bought down a check for $4,000. And I fucking drove away in my old car. It was like a dream come true, like a literal dream come true. It needs a lot of work I can't afford right now, but it's mine. Like in my driveway, mine. Again, I can't even describe what a joy this is. My wife and her parents are furious with me. They feel I was deceptive, that a real man would have sacrificed anything and everything so my wife could stay at home with his kids. And that's setting aside that they gave us the money for a college fund. My point is, my daughter is only 6 months old, and we have 18 years to set up a college fund for her. But this Bronco means everything to me, and if I wouldn't have acted, it would have been gone forever. Now, it can be that same connection between me and my kids. To me, it's the literal meaning of happiness. Like I said on paper, asshole, whole story, gray area. How do you guys see it? So you think he's the asshole, right?
Yeah, I do, but it's just really hard for me to relate to any of this because I'm just not a frivolous spender. I'm not somebody who has ever had a whole lot of money or been given much from like parents or anything like that. So basically anything I have, I had to get it myself. So it's hard for me to even relate to any of this.
Okay, we'll put it this way. You earned all that money. Dominic's 6 months old, and then let's say Tony goes out and he just spends all the money you earned without asking you on a car.
Yeah, that would not go well for Tony. Not at all.
And for someone that is 6 months postpartum, like I said, and if Ryan did that, he'd be dead. Because that's, to me, I understand that there's a very sentimental value there, but that is a lot of money wasted, especially who knows like how long it's going to run if you can't even afford the care on it. You're just going to let it rust? Yeah. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that you put all that money into just buying it when it still isn't even functional, and then you have to put that much more in. It sounds like a really bad financial decision to me. Not only a bad financial decision, but probably not one you should have made alone.
So the first edit. Had no idea this would go so one way. I guess I messed up. I talked with my mom, and she is basically going to buy the Bronco from me in order to refill the college fund and pay off the credit card. The $4,000 will be a gift, and she's going to give me whatever I need to restore it. She's always been awesome to me, and she's rather the money to be spent now than wait for me and my sister's inheritance. Sorry to get everyone so mad at me. I was thinking with my emotions and acted badly.
See, right there, it explains it all to me. Completely enabled, has no concept of what it takes to do things on your own. Mommy's there to save the day.
Edit 2. Are the "mommy bailed you out" comments really necessary? I found a solution. I found
Yeah,
a
I think
solution.
very necessary. Oh man, this is gonna get me all fired up. I need to stay in containment tonight so I don't pick a fight with Tony over something stupid. I'm all fired up over here.
I found a solution, and it's coming from me and my sister's inheritance, so it's not like I'm paying for it on my own. He spelled that wrong, but he says my own eventually. Oh, pay it on my own eventually. Okay, but edit 3. Let's just move on.
Wow.
My inbox is so buried. I have no idea what those icons are that are where gold used to be. Does anyone know what those are? I don't know what that means.
No.
Let's see. We're just going to skip down to his last edit. And he said, edit in the morning. I couldn't figure out why I was getting so many privates, but I guess this must be locked now. It means like when a post is locked, you can't have new comments on it, things like that. Okay. I didn't tell my wife that my mom bailed me out, and I lied and said I found a buyer for the Bronco. I'll figure out how to cross that bridge when I get there, but my wife was so relieved that I had come to your senses. I don't want to disappoint her. It's going to take all my lying skills to pull this one off over the next few years. Oh,
what a turd. Not just am I an asshole, you are the turd that came out of the asshole.
Oh my god, he has 28,000 votes. I love this first comment though. Jesus, dude, yes, you're the asshole. Who spends $23,000 without so much as speaking to their spouse first? Assholes do. That is fantastic.
Wow. Just no accountability whatsoever. None.
Oh my god. 28,000 votes. That's a gold mine. Oh my god. I feel like they get so attacked. So basically, I feel like we just picked a bunch of asshole posts because they must get attacked because they've locked these posts that no new comments. This is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a lot of regret there. But again, that's one of those things where they probably had no idea because they've never had to take accountability for anything. So they just expected everything to be all hunky-dory, peaches and cream when they put it out there for people to give their opinions.
Like,
oh boy, were they wrong.
My mom has helped me out with stuff, but I guarantee if I did that, she'd be like, no. She'd be like, you're stupid for doing that. No. Okay.
I can't imagine what my dad would say if I did something like that. He would be very opinionated with a lot of cuss words.
I don't know what my dad would say because my dad collects old cars and he fixes them up, he restores them and sells them. So I don't know. He'd probably be like, how can we fix this and sell it for more? It's probably what he would do.
My grandpa used to do that.
He's had some really cool cars. My favorite was his 79 Corvette. He let me drive it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was so upset when he sold that.
My grandpa was a Chevy guy.
Chevy?
He had it was either a 55 or 57 Chevy. It was so cool. It was red and white and it had red velvet interior. It was so cool. And it had like the really big, thin steering wheel. It's awesome.
I want a 1967 Chevy Impala.
All right. I need to see one because I don't know what they look like, but I love Impalas. So, and that's funny because that's what my grandma would always drive. She would always drive Impalas.
That's what Dean Winchester drives.
Is that what's his nuts from Supernatural?
What's his nuts? His very fine nuts. Thank you. Okay. What's his nuts?
His bow legs. I didn't know he had bow legs until our last episode. Or, well, one of our
I
last
mean, it's
episodes.
obviously not severe. They just bow out a little bit. I don't care. I want to kick him out of bed, so.
Hey, I'm not judging. Let the legs bow for all I care.
I could make so many like jokes. Okay. Keep it clean.
I set it up for you.
Am I the asshole for sending my family an angry email because they still speak to my ex-husband and even have him over, especially in light of his present relationship with a girl 20 years younger than him? So, basic background is I'm 42, 2 kids aged 14 and 12, and signed divorce papers in April after almost 2 years of it being drug out trying to get my fair share from him. The details of why are not important, but I'm angry, embarrassed, lost, and sad any given moment of the day. A lot of this has to do with feelings like I've been replaced by a 23-year-old surfing instructor who is everything I'm not. My husband and the kids claim that she is just his friend and helping him learn his lifelong desire to surf, but Jesus Christ, give me a break.
So it's just a friend.
It's
Allegedly.
always just a friend, Jessica. My husband has primary custody because he had better lawyers who were able to manipulate some minor missteps on my part into the court, seeing them as a huge deal.
I want to see. Show me the papers. Show me the papers.
Show me the papers. What are the minor missteps? So this past weekend, I picked up the kids and said we were going to visit my parents. They said they would rather use their season passes to SeaWorld since they spent all weekend with my parents and Aunt Stacy and Uncle Brian, my brother and sister who I didn't even know were in town. I was like, your dad took you? They said yes, that my parents had invited him over to see everyone. I was devastated because while I don't get along with my brother and sister, and my mom, they let my ex-husband know they were coming and not me. I can't even let that sink in without tears forming. I sort of just did that, oh, and let me guess, Miss Surf Instructor was there too. My daughter said, well, actually, we all went to her house in Ocean Beach because she gave Stacy and Brian lessons after ours. That included my mom and dad. I was so devastated I took the kids back home and just went home and cried for an hour. When I was done, I sent a furious email to my entire family how inappropriate they had all been and not only hanging out with my ex for an entire weekend, but his little chippy as well as a massive slap in the face, and the fact that they didn't even tell me they were in town, let alone invite me, makes me feel so alone. My mom was the only one to respond, and she basically said, yes, it was rude we didn't tell you Stacy and Brian were here and we shouldn't have done that, but we didn't divorce Bradley and I still see him as a son. This email, along with your behavior over the last 5 years, should really give you insight into why we might not want you at family events. In so many words, she called me an asshole for sending the email. Was I? I mean, to be fair, you kind of sound like everyone has an issue with you and there has to be a reason why.
Yeah. It's a tough one because I get it to where that would be hurtful. Like, I could see that being hurtful. But I don't know. The proof's kind of in the pudding with this one. Like, you didn't get full custody of your kids. It sounds like you probably cause issues often. I don't know. Or maybe create drama often. And we don't know anything about the ex-husband. He sounds like a good guy. Clearly, if the family still likes him, you know, and he has full custody of the kids, he must be a good dad.
Yeah, like, I kind of agree with this person. They're like, yeah, you're probably the asshole because 1, the father has primary custody. 2, you don't get along with your family. 3, following the news, you punished your kids by doing nothing with them instead of making alternative plans. And then 4, your family highlighted your behavior for over 5 years of you being the problem.
Yeah. Sorry, honey, but I think you're the asshole.
Yeah, like, did you have an affair? Is that why? Um, I could see where it is upsetting though if he was the one that pushed for the divorce and you didn't want a divorce and it really upset you. And I could see why like it would still upset you that he does hang out with your family, especially if he hurt you. But it doesn't sound like that. It kind of sounds like the other
No.
way around. Like they saw her as a problem and maybe she cheated on him.
Or maybe she was just always creating drama that was unnecessary, because that can be incredibly toxic too. You know, that can wear on somebody's mental health big time if like, you're always picking fights with them and always maybe accusing them of things that they're not doing, things like that. So, sounds like that could be the case.
So we'll go with asshole.
We'll go with asshole. Wait a minute. I think we have officially said that everybody is an asshole so far.
Hey, we're the only ones. No, prove you're not an asshole. Okay, listen. As a mom, if you don't get custody of your kids, as a mom, there's something why you did not get custody of your kids. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. That has to be a pretty big deal.
Exactly. And not only he got primary custody, she did something that they're like, no. I mean, she had those minor missteps or whatever she called them. All right. Oh, this one could be interesting. Am I the asshole for not wanting to pay for my stepson's friend to come on our family vacation? I could see this going both ways. All right. What?
I don't want to comment on this. Oh, God.
Let's read it and see. My son sat down with me and said that he'll go to Europe without any hassle as he wants us all to enjoy but to reconsider the New Zealand trip. He told me that he was looking forward to a trip like this for years and he would prefer it to be Disney or anything else. He says he watches the expansion edition once a year with his friend and it would be a dream to go there. Gonna pick Disney over New Zealand? Ugh.
Seriously.
I never knew how much it meant to him as he never speaks or asks for anything. He never speaks? I dismissed it. This never speaks.
What is going on here?
He is a mute, but the one time he spoke, he said, I want to go to Disney. I dismissed it as Twilight type thing that young girls go through and forget it later. He's had difficulty with social interactions and has dropped out of all sports, music, and other extracurricular activities that we enrolled him in. I was worried that being in fantasy worlds will become a maladaptive daydreaming type situation. It would force him to shut down even more. I freaked out at the cost, and that would be tours of essentially a movie production, and felt that maybe an open Euro trip would broaden his experience a bit. After looking at all the tours and watching videos last night, it looked absolutely breathtaking and seemed to have been built with a lot of care. Side note, though, like to be fair, Disney is insanely expensive. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel that.
We went there for my senior trip. And I gotta be honest, I was so underwhelmed.
I've been to Disney when I was like a tween, maybe, so I don't remember, even before tween, so I don't remember a lot of it, and I know that it's expanded, and it just seems like a crazy place to go. I love Disney, I do, but adult Disney people kind of scare me sometimes. Of how into Disney they get.
Synchronicities.
Why?
Because I'd literally just watched a true crime show yesterday about the dude was super into Disney and he kept taking his girlfriend there like every day. And she's like, I've never known an adult to be this into Disney. Turns out he was fucking crazy. He was crazy. Sorry.
What was the true crime?
It was one of those on Netflix. It was either Worst Ex Ever or one of those.
Oh, we binge watched all of those.
Yeah.
it's expensive. So how do you afford to go all the time? I don't understand. Like if you have kids, you gotta do the hotel thing. It's just a lot.
You buy the pass, the yearly pass or whatever.
I
Which
feel
who
like if I
knows
go
how
to
much that would be.
Disney, I feel like if I go to Disney, I would do like the marathon or something to
I
make a cool
probably just wouldn't
experience
go
out
to
of it.
Disney. I'd go to New Zealand.
I would pick New Zealand. Disney's so crowded, and it's just, I don't like crowded spaces, and I get overwhelmed and anxiety and overstimulated when there's too much going on.
Yep. I gotta hide in the caves. Take me to Disney. Is there a Hogwarts castle there? Everybody be like, where's Jessica? And you find me up in like the top of the tower in the Hogwarts thing, hiding.
There is at Universal, and okay,
Yeah.
I don't know
At
much about
Universal,
Harry
yeah.
Potter, but you know where he's on the train station and there's like something in three quarters, like the wall
Mm-hmm.
where he goes into or something, right?
Yeah.
So they have that at
9 and
Universal.
3/4.
Yeah, they have that, and I could definitely see you getting sucked in somehow. Like
Oh,
that would happen to
hell
you.
yeah. It'd be me. But only halfway, and then like my arm would just get stuck still out or something. Like, damn it.
Get the wand. Is it something Leviosa?
Wingardium Leviosa.
No. You would be in the Disney bathroom being like Moaning Myrtle. There we go. That's your character. All right, okay. That makes sense then. Get
Oh,
out of
that'd be
here, you
perfect.
damn kids. No offense to Disney adults. That's your thing. Own it. You guys scare me. That's all.
Yeah.
No big deal.
It's just scary, that's all.
It's just scary.
Oh, shoot.
Oh my god. Okay.
Just being honest. I mean, this is an episode about opinions, so it's okay.
Exactly. This could still go either way. Okay.
Oh yeah, back to the actual story here.
Eyes are getting fuzzy. Someone from here sent me a PM with pages of info to where to visit and what to do. We decided that we would land in Auckland. Don't come for me if I said that wrong. And drive down to the tip of the island. Originally, it was to stay in the city and check out shopping in some city structures, but my son and daughter suggested that a scenic road trip would be better. My husband said it's ultimately my call and I don't want to take this away from them. Oh, I thought this was a dad the whole entire time. It's the mom.
Sus.
I was miffed. She's like, I don't like those Disney adults either. I was miffed that we're forking over close to $3,000 for his friend's trip costs, especially after my husband has a pattern of giving money away, so I thought I would ask his dad to pitch in. I went about it absolutely the wrong way, and it was embarrassing for him to admit to another person that he couldn't come up with any money. He told me today he could pay a bit now and a full amount later, and my husband was tempted, but ultimately said that he gave me his word and that Tom, my son's friend, is like family anyway. I'm still ambivalent about this, but I hate the way I approached it. When it comes to money, I panic a lot. Growing up, we went from fairly comfortable to dirt poor because my father either gave it away or lent a lot to family that we never saw. I told myself I have to be harsh to protect my husband's money, but it was just wrong. Son recommended that we sit down this weekend and watch the expansion editions of the movies together to better immerse. I'm going to try and watch the prequel Hobbit movies to better get context and catch up to the main storyline. Anyway, this post isn't about my guilt or validation. This is a temporary account and you don't know me. But I didn't realize that my words have brought up a lot of scars for posters here that have experienced horrible parenting, and that's the last thing I want to do. Sometimes parents make shitty and irrational decisions, and it's definitely not a reflection of the kids.
don't think she's an asshole.
I don't know. Maybe the way she approached it is an asshole.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Everyone's finding her the asshole. But I think it just sounds like she's made more posts about it, and that's why they're calling him an asshole.
That's a touchy one.
I don't know, because I mean, like, $3,000, that's a lot of money to spend on someone that's not a family member, no offense.
When you're not obligated to do so either, like it's not like it's a life or death situation here either. So it's a really nice vacation. I don't know
because it's yes and no, because obviously she has childhood trauma about money, and so that bleeds into, oh my god, we can't pay for this stuff because we're going to run out of money. But it sounds like her husband can afford it, though.
Her husband gives money away all the time too, she said.
So it means that they sound like they make good money. So if you make really good money and it's not even a blink of an eye, then just pay for your kid's friend.
Yeah, true. Yeah, if money is no object, then why not? But
yeah,
to do it just to be a jerk or just to say no, that would make you an asshole. But it's again, and it's tricky. Maybe I'm an asshole.
But is it like $3,000 just for the friend alone, or is it just going to be $3,000 total including the friend? Because if it's just like it's going to be a little extra including the friend, then yeah, I think you're an asshole. But I don't know. This is also coming from a place from me being like have scarcity, because I don't have that money to just spend on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. There's no way in hell I'd be spending $3,000 on my son's friend to go on a vacation with us. I wouldn't be able to do it. It's plain and simple. And even if I would, it would make the future for a few months a little tight, So I don't know.
That one's hard.
I need more facts.
I know. I feel like there's more to this story because everyone is calling her the asshole.
It's tricky when children are involved like that. Not for me, but for most people.
Oh, that's tricky. I don't know. Let's do one that was like, this was posted a minute ago.
A minute ago?
Yeah. Ooh, I kind of want to read both of these. Okay, let's just see how long this one is first. Oh, it's not long. Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to let my sister announce her pregnancy at my wedding after she already told everyone she was going to? Scandalous.
Wait a minute. An asshole for not letting her or letting her?
Refusing to let her.
Okay.
I, 27 female, got married 2 weeks ago after being engaged for almost 2 years. My husband and I paid for almost the entire wedding ourselves because we wanted everything to be exactly how we imagined it to be. About a week before the wedding, my older sister, 31 female, told me she had just found out she was pregnant. I was excited for her family, since she and her husband had been trying for over a year. Then she asked if she could announce it during the reception or sometime in between. I told her I was happy for her, to be honest, but I wasn't comfortable with that because I wanted the wedding to stay focused on celebrating us, and also my fiance needs to agree as well. I suggested she announce it any other day, maybe at the family brunch the next morning or Thanksgiving for the wedding. She looked disappointed, but she said she understood. Moving along to the wedding. During cocktail hour, a few of our cousins and some friends came up to congratulate my sister. I was confused until one of them asked if I didn't know she was pregnant. Turns out my sister had been telling family members privately because, according to her, people kept asking why she wasn't drinking or being her usual self. I tried to ignore it, but then my aunt asked the DJ for the microphone so everyone could toast the 2 biggest celebrations in the family. I immediately told the DJ not to hand over the mic. This is my day. My sister looked angry but kept her cool. She later said I embarrassed her and said I was acting jealous over a baby. The next morning, she skipped brunch and sent me a long text saying I had ruined what should have been one of the happiest moments of her life because it's not like anyone could remember the wedding in a few years. Wow. But they'll always remember the first grandchild of the family. It caused a huge issue since everyone is involved. I'm just thinking if I should have let her or told my husband about it beforehand to avoid all these. But I don't like it when she tries to be the center of attraction always, but then maybe I'm wrong. Am I the asshole?
No.
I don't think so.
Not at all. In fact, your sister's an asshole because she should know better. It's your day and she can have her day. It's pretty much as simple as that.
And what's wrong with, I think having brunch the next day is a perfect time to tell family we're all gathered around eating.
Yeah. It's not taking anything away from anybody. It's giving her a moment. She just wanted to be a brat. She wanted to, sounds like, take from her sister's day. Her wedding day.
This person said, you ruined the happiest moment of her life while she actively drew focus away from you on what was supposed to be the happiest day of your life? Is she for fucking real?
Seriously.
I don't think... Go ahead.
I was just going to say that's like when people feel like it's a good time to propose to somebody at somebody else's wedding. Like, don't do that.
I mean, isn't that a common rule not to do that?
Yeah, it should be if it's not.
The fact that you had
no big announcements at somebody else's wedding.
But the fact that you had the conversation beforehand and she was like, listen, we pay for this wedding ourselves. We want to make this day special and for this day to be about us. Can you just wait the following day? If you had the conversation, that was the agreement. And now not only were you telling people at the wedding, you wanted to make an announcement?
Ridiculous. Little brat moment. No, the sister that is pregnant was the asshole in this one.
And no one's going to remember your wedding for years from now, but they're going to remember their first grandchild. Who says that?
Right. Who was older and who was younger? I want to know. Like, which sister was the older sister? Did it say?
Yeah, the younger sister was the one getting married. Because she was 27 and then her sister 31. Bitch, she's no better.
It could be a complex there. Where like the older one feels like they were always kind of second best because a lot of times younger siblings can be babied more, maybe. So maybe she was trying to sabotage her happy day because she's got like this secret vendetta against her sister. I don't know.
And
shitty thing to do.
She also, when I said Thanksgiving for the wedding, I think it meant to say brunch or Thanksgiving before the wedding. So Thanksgiving would have been a good time to announce it too.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I don't have a sister.
Boo.
Fuck. Am I the asshole for offering a frozen dinner to an uninvited guest at a dinner party?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Alright, let's read it.
Yeah, let's read that one, because that sounds like something I would do.
It's got 15,000 votes. Okay. Am I the asshole for offering a frozen dinner to an uninvited guest at a dinner party? A couple times a year, I like to throw a nice dinner party for old friends. This time, I invited 5 people. 2 were couples and 1 was single. We have all known each other for around 15 years and get together maybe every 3 months. I was making filet mignon and a small lobster tail with 2 sides. I spent over $300 and didn't buy extra because they are served one each per guest and are expensive. As a surprise to me, the single guest brought along his new girlfriend who I had not met or known about. I was nice about it but upset because I only purchased enough meat and lobster tail for the guests who were invited. I talked to the friend who brought the uninvited guests and said that I didn't have extra food and the filet mignon, cooked to individual doneness, and lobster tail isn't something that can be cut up and divided or spread out between more people, and said that I had frozen pizza or another frozen dinner I could heat up. He was very upset with me and accused me of not liking his new girlfriend and trying to embarrass them. After his outburst, they left. Was I wrong? Should I have cut up the filet and lobster tails and spread it out between the extra person instead of offering a frozen meal?
No.
Edit. I didn't think of them splitting their plates at the time. I have ADHD, so I have some issues with changes in plans and multitasking. Anyway, another friend messaged tonight that the friend that brought the uninvited girlfriend had been arguing with her before the dinner, so that is a part of the reason he was upset and quick to leave.
No. I mean, they weren't invited. Sorry, but...
Well, the girlfriend wasn't invited.
Oh, but the guy was?
Yeah, so she thought he was single and he had a girlfriend or a lady friend, we'll call, that he brought to the dinner without telling her. So she was not expecting this guest.
Okay. Well, that changes things a little bit.
I mean, I don't think...
how I missed that.
I don't think she was the asshole. I think she was just trying to be nice about it. And she did spend $300 on food.
Yeah. And, I mean, at the end of the day, she still offered her food to eat. So.
Yeah, and if I'm spending $300 on that food, I'm going to enjoy some of that food.
Absolutely.
But yeah, they could have split it.
Yeah, they could have split it. And a frozen pizza.
I like frozen pizza. I would have been easy. And like if I was the guest or the girlfriend, I'd be like, don't worry about it. If you didn't know I was coming, I'm totally fine eating frozen pizza. I totally get it. That is totally fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, no problem. Just show me where the booze is. I'll be fine. I'll be over here. So yeah, that's kind of on the girlfriend too. Like she should have stepped into that situation and been, been the bigger person to understand that she wasn't expected. Maybe smooth things over a little bit for the friends.
What the heck? All right, this one's short. I just feel like I have to read it. This will be our last one.
Okay.
And am I the asshole for not wanting my roommate to check my room for kidnappers? I was like, what?
So confused.
Okay,
for not wanting their friend to check for kidnappers?
Yes.
Oh, I would love to be a fly on the wall in a situation like that.
Let's see. I, 28 female, live with 3 other roommates. The post primarily concerns who I'll call roommate A, who is 24 female. We've lived together for about 1.5 years now and didn't know each other prior to renting together. Roommate A has always been kind of a paranoid person. She has accused me and other roommates of doing drugs that caused her to have medical issues, then of stealing the hospital records. Okay. She wasn't aggressive about the accusations, and they tended to be few and far between, so I figured I could put up with it. Then a few days ago, she asked if we could have a signal in case someone was being held hostage to let the others know we needed help. I thought it was a little ridiculous as we don't live in a bad area, but I think she grew up somewhere unsafe and figured there was no harm in it. Then last night, when she got home at 1:30 in the morning, she started banging on everyone's doors saying it was an emergency. When we all got up, she said she wanted to look into everyone's rooms to make sure there was no one in there. She said she didn't care about guests and wanted to know we weren't being held hostage. I told her this was ridiculous and there was no reason to think anyone was in our rooms, but she insisted I should be grateful that she was looking out for us and trying to check in with us. She said we were all so quiet that it made her uncomfortable because she would never know if anything was wrong. I tried to tell her we were quiet because nothing was wrong and we'd obviously say something if there was, but she just said you never know. I let her in because I was tired and didn't feel like arguing the point further, but I told her I wasn't going to be letting her in in the future. I'm pretty sure I'm not the asshole for this, but I also did grow up in a pretty nice area, so maybe this is something people regularly do in areas where there's a more significant risk. Am I the asshole for not letting her check?
That's a tough one.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Because for me, I feel like I would have an understanding of the person who is always kind of worrying and just let them do what's going to make them feel okay. Because it's not like it's that much to ask. Like, just let her look in the room. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's annoying, but if it's going to put her at ease and make her feel better, I don't see anything wrong with that.
But what if she keeps waking you up every night wanting to check your room? That shit's gonna get old.
That would get old, yeah. That would definitely get old. And at that point, I'd say there's probably a bigger issue, you know? Like maybe she needs to see somebody and get some help or something. But my family and I have a secret code phrase.
Pull my finger?
If anything... No, I'm not going to tell you what it is. But if anything ever happens, like we all know to say, and it's the most ridiculous thing too. It's hilarious. I might tell you off here,
off screen.
But yeah, we came up with it when we were having a family get together one day. We're like, yep, because shit's getting so crazy out there. If something goes down, or if somebody's like trying to steal your identity, like that. I think that's what we were talking about. And like, okay, well, if this is actually Gage, my brother. Like, what's the code?
So, gotcha. I think that's smart. I like how in the last episode you're like, shit's up, like going crazy out there. The world's literally on fire. People are shitting themselves.
It's a wild, wild world out there. Living in the wild frickin' West out here. You got the shit slingers. So what do you think? Like, what's your opinion on that last one?
I don't think she's the asshole. I think because how many quirks can you put up with? And I understand people are raised very differently, but if it was a one-time thing, okay. But if it was multiple nights of them waking you up, I'd be like, we're not doing this.
Yeah. I think it's because I have I have a very soft spot for like any kind of underdog or anybody that, you know, has quirks or maybe isn't accepted fully by groups of friends or whatever. I've always been the person to like make sure that they're comfortable, make sure that they're okay. And I don't know, maybe that's why I sympathize here.
Girl, there's a difference between quirks and crazy.
You tell me that again tomorrow. The next day. Got too much empathy over here.
All right, well, I'm just saying, if we were roommates and you kept doing it, I would be annoyed by you doing it every night.
Don't get me wrong, I would too. I would probably snap at some point too.
If you were like, Montana, let me check your room like once a month, I'd be like, okay, fine. But every night I'd be like, Jessica, if something's wrong, I will give you the code word.
Go to fucking bed, you crazy bitch.
I need to sleep. Yeah, I forgot how much Am I the Asshole? I forgot. They're fun.
That was fun.
Told you it was going to be lighthearted.
I think it's funny how, I don't really know how to say this, but like how people's sympathies lie in different areas, you know, like depending on the person, like things that strike a nerve in you more than others, or that pull on your heartstrings more than others, depending on the situation and the person.
My problem is, because I'm so empathic, and I know that word is thrown out a lot, but it's true,
especially nowadays.
I feel for the villain, and I hate that. Mm-hmm. That's my downfall, is I feel for the villain when you're like, no. But
honestly, that's why Dominic couldn't watch the Monster series.
The Monster series?
Yeah, like the last one, who was he?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The serial killer monster series.
Ed Gein. I felt for Ed Gein, but I think they did that on purpose.
Yeah, Dom stopped watching it. He's like, I can't do this. Like, I don't want to feel sorry for him. Like, I don't want to empathize with him. So he stopped watching it. Which, fair.
It was hard too.
But it is tough.
I mean, I also feel for them too, because it's also with like Ed Gein, for example, his mental health was just not there.
Yeah. We have these conversations all the time when we cover certain serial killers. It's like sometimes it's not just black and white, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like things that happen in their childhood, things that shaped who they became, especially when it comes to their mental health. Like what damaging things happen to make your brain rationalize things in this way. It's not black and white, and it is easy to feel sorry for them, but there's a line, you know?
I was in college. It was like neuropsychology or something that I took, and they had 2 different brain scans, and one was a normal person and one was that of like a serial killer. And the brain scans were so different because the areas of a normal brain where it lights up for sympathy, like the serial killers, I don't want to say like serial killer, I just want to say people that don't understand emotion, they didn't light up in the areas they were supposed to, so they don't understand sympathy. But that alone is just amazing how different the brain chemistry looks, and it shows you, and it's crazy.
And it just goes to show, like, grooming, things like that, how it can program somebody. So it's really not any different than that when it's some form of abuse or some sort of trauma over and over again. It probably is programming the brain in some kind of way to where certain parts of it shut down and other parts are more activated, which shouldn't be. Well, guys, thanks so much for being here for another episode with us. We truly appreciate each and every one of you. You can find us on all the social medias at Weekly Bazaar Podcast. You can email us if you have any stories that you'd like us to share at weeklybazaarpodcast@gmail.com. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/weeklybazaar. We have banter, we have blooper reels. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in and you'd like to further support us, you can check out our Patreon. And we really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Stay spooky, stay safe, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you in a week. If it's weird,
we're going to talk about it.
Bye. That sounded like a fart.
I'm leaving that in.